I was always interested in writing, even from a very young age. I would write poetry and short stories and things like that. And when I was a junior in high school at Shawnee High School, I went and joined the newspaper class, which they had at the time. And I loved it. I loved being a part of putting together a student newspaper, which was very common in those days. And it was interesting because the city editor of my hometown newspaper, the Shawnee News-Star, came to our class looking for a couple of students that could maybe be clerks at the paper, you know, after school and things like that. And I was one of the ones selected to do that. And so just from the beginning, I started basically my journalism career at 17 when I was a junior in high school in Shawnee. As I look at my career, and people used to ask me, don't you want to write for the Associated Press, or don't you want to write for a large newspaper? And no, I never really did. I always wanted to work at a community newspaper because that's where the main connections are made. And the community newspaper is closest to their audience than any other, not the national news, not even a state newspaper. It's the community newspaper that's close to the people they serve. And just being connected in the community, getting to know people, getting to tell their stories, getting to hold their governments accountable, that was what I really enjoyed. Being inducted into the Oklahoma Journalism Hall of Fame is incredibly humbling and meaningful. I know many people and have worked with many people who are members of the Oklahoma Journalism Hall of Fame, and they are outstanding people. Many of them were my mentors. At least 3 were my mentors in Shawnee, including Mike McCormick, Jim Bradshaw, and Virginia Bradshaw. Worked with all those lovely people, and I learned a whole lot from them, and to be in their company as well as in the company of the other outstanding journalists in Oklahoma is a real honor. I believe journalism will always be an important part of our country and of our democracy. People do thirst for information, and they have a lot of different ways to find out information now, but I believe that we still have to have journalists who are trained and who are credible, covering stories, covering organizations, covering government, because they have the training, they learn, they have more knowledge about how to maybe get to the actual truth. Citizen journalists are great. They have a place, but nobody else is held accountable. The citizen journalists aren't often held accountable, but if you work for a news organization, whatever platform it is, whether it's broadcast, print, online, you are accountable. Somebody's going to be holding you accountable, and that's important.